It's taking a little while, guys. Give me a second. There we go. Yo, what is good, everybody? Your boy Jaguar here, and we're running it back on the Spiritborn. Today's live stream will be strictly about theory crafting for Spiritborn for season 10. I'm gonna try again. Got a little bit of gas. Anyways, your boy Jaguar here, guys. We're going to run it back on the Spiritborn here. We're preparing for season 10. You know, we got the chaos perks, we got the chaos uniques coming into play, and I thought this would be a cool live stream to show you guys, you know, how the behind the scenes on how we make builds, or how I make builds rather. And I don't know, maybe you guys would be interested in seeing that. So what we're gonna do essentially is we have the Spiritborn here live and in action, so we'll be doing some gameplay just to get some you know, the basic idea and of how the build works. And essentially we'll be able to theory craft and make these builds together, which I think will be totally dope. I'm looking for your input because I want my builds going forward, especially in season 10, to cater towards the casual and the blasters alike. I feel like there's a spot in everyone's heart for this game, and you know, I think everybody wants to know what it's like to, you know, play the game effectively, be able to grind through Torments 3 and 4. But apparently only 10% of the player base, sorry, I was going to turn on my headphones because I could barely hear myself. Yeah, apparently only 10% of the player base make it to Torment 4 in the first place. So that's kind of like appalling to me, but at the end of the day, I really didn't know that. Maybe I think I fall in the category of like a casual blaster. I'm like right in the middle because I get a little bit more time to play than the average player. But again, I also have, like, you know, real life stuff to go through, like, you know, a full-time job and all that stuff. So I'm sure there's a lot of other players out there that, you know, have the same lifestyle, and some that don't. But yeah, I want the builds going forward to cater to the casual and the blasters alike, essentially. So blasters, please feel free to give us input on what you think of the builds and what you think can make the builds better. I'm always looking forward for your input, guys. So yeah, for sure, that would be awesome. I'm just making sure there's so many things we could do to make this build better, like Loyalty's Mantle. And yeah, Loyalty's Mantle would be so much better than Harley Quinn, I think. We need to get Loyalty Mantle off my other Spiritborn. We'll log off in just a second here. I just wanted to see if this build was still doing good. Evade Spiritborn here. Looks like it's doing good. The reason why Harley Quinn is so good on this is because it resets the cooldown of our evade a lot quicker. So essentially we're just kind of blasting through with evade. This is an easy push because we're doing on such a low tier, but again, man, if level 55 is the tier you can push, you know, be proud of yourself, because only 10% of the player base make it to Torment 4. So yeah, we're gonna go through, we're gonna do some theory crafting, and yeah, if you guys want to drop me your input, go ahead and drop me your inputs. Okay, sorry guys, just blasting through this. Just want to, you know, kind of like that, get it out of my system, and also see that we're like, since playing and studying and watching, man, I can know how this build can be so much better, and we're gonna make it better for sure. I swear we had Loyalty's Mantle though, if I'm not correct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have Loyalty's Mantle, so we'll check that out in just a second. Okay, here we go. Wow, double GA? Right off the button? Yeah, we could probably do so much better with our everything. Oh man, it's like playing a whole new game. Okay, cool. So we just got that out of our system. Just trying to see where it's going here. All right, so we have the Wusha Nakpa. Yeah, that's cool. I'm almost curious if this is if our Spirit Halls align. They do. Okay, so hold on. Let's log off and get our I'm pretty sure she has the Loyalty's Mantle. Pretty sure. And we're gonna get right into the build crafting. I'll show you guys what I've been working on, and you guys want to throw me some ideas, we could do that too. Yeah. It's amazing. I even know like what's good and what's bad now. Ah, she does have the loyalties mantle, and it's a good one too. And we're gonna put this in here. Anything else? We don't need Razor's Plate. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. We just wanted the loyalties mantle to help make this build something here. And we'll get right into it. Is the sound good? Yeah. Test, 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 mic test, mic test. Test, 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 mic test. Test, 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 mic test. Is the sound good? Oh, sounds great. Test, 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 mic test. Cool, sounds great. Okay, cool. Alright, so instead of Harley Quinn's, yeah, we want to go. Alright, we'll keep this on the side, because this increases our potency if our Spirit Halls match. Storm Feather. Yeah, maybe the ring's better. Maybe that's better too. Maybe. Only way to find out is if we go to Give a Shad. There's also a testing ground in the Nahantu area as well. Let's theory craft some theories. Alright guys, we can get into theory crafting soon here. I just want to make sure we got all the items ready. We got our builds ready. So I just want to be able to quickly swap in and swap out armor. I know we don't have like all the chaos perks and the chaos armor, but this is a good way to see some damage numbers, right? Just want to see what the crits are at. There we go. I see it starts to peak up a little bit. Let's go multiple training dummies, yeah. That's cool. I want to see the more spirit, you know? Does it make a difference? Are we doing more damage this way? It looks like it, right? Popping up into like the 8 millions of damage here. Yeah, it looks a little more consistent. Completely nerfs the damage. Yep. So a lot of damage is coming from here. Making sure we got everything here. All those damage. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. We want to make Storm Feathers a Jaguar skill so that it's benefiting from the... Oh. Okay. Do we have a reroll? Yeah, that velocity, we don't need that. Jansen's shell feels like a trap too, right? We don't have really anything better to replace it with, though. That's the problem. We got Loyalty's Mantle right here. Loyalty's Mantle right here. What difference does it make? Maximum life. Let's see what's up. Alright guys, here we go. We're gonna theory craft right now. I guess it does a little more damage. I'll go to gameplay. I just want crit damage to show. Let's get a better idea of what's happening here. Looks all right. We're missing some damage too because we don't have a... Okay, we're gonna unsocket these gems. Or do we just have backup gems? We do. School of Power. All power. Yeah, so.
Have many fine pieces, rare and beautiful. Come back and see us.
Crazy amount of armor. We could totally put something better there in the armor slot. And I think these gems are the Kilipe.
I carry the best. Shards of
Shouldn't be
the
vulnerable.
heavens.
Should be crit. Yeah, we're gonna reroll temper on velocity there. Focus. The hunter cooldown is the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. Wow. Wow, okay. Okay. Only thing that makes sense is the hunter cooldown. Okay, that should be better a little bit in terms of damage. We're just kind of cranking that crit strike damage up, yeah. And we got the Paragon board.
If I cannot be in the wilderness,
Yeah, Stormfeather potencies. What's up? So much Stormfeather. Non-physical damage. Yeah. Crit. Crit damage like crazy. Maybe we swap out that one. Bonus to all magic nodes. Anyways, let's go try this real quick and then we're gonna get to Mobalytics. Get the show on the road. Way better. Yeah. Okay, we're already going in the right direction here. I don't think we need Earth and Bulwark. Pretty sure that's the one that like drains all our resources, right? Sorry, I had like a whole page of this. We just gotta find it somewhere hidden in this. No, not maximum. If it's on our druid, could be. It doesn't matter. Also throw the Fist of Fate in there. I think this is the trap. You need the enchanter in here so you can swap your build on the fly. Yeah, I think this is the better version of the build though. This is doing way more damage. Especially if we go to like our pots here and then we do like crit damage increase. Yeah, we're cranking. We're almost pushing 1 billion here. That's some big damn. Okay, I just want to see some if we can like go solo Varshan or something real quick. Hitting 500 mil. I'm good. That's great. We could probably hit 1 billion soon. Just got to do a little bit more tweaking. I think we've come to a nice, fair conclusion here. See what else we get. But yeah, I don't think they're damaged by 100%. For an evade build, this is alright. It's just staying in the evade. Oh, sorry. That was my fault. I forgot to hit the shield. Staying in the evade too is kind of hard. You think we could try it? Does it increase our damage by much though? Bandit first breath where it's at. It's really about everything constantly just got so much armor and no resistance. That's the problem. Bandit first breath isn't helping, that's for sure. Not much, not by much. Might be sunbirds for all I know. Yeah, it's probably sunbirds. I'm gonna try the ring. Swapping out the ring. So let's go without sunbirds. And putting the ring back. Where's the other? Don't we have another one? Is this the only one with Storm Feather on it? Yeah. Which makes the gloves obsolete. Makes Fist of Fate better. Right, something like this. Maybe it's Fist of Fate that take us into the billions. I don't know. Fist of Fate's pretty cool. Little trinket. Sometimes it does big damage, sometimes it does no damage. Pretty unpredictable. It's keeping that constant evade up is what's getting us murked. It's being close enough to reset Thunderspike. I see sometimes it does big damage, sometimes it does no damage. Alright, it's alright. It's definitely okay. So Fist of Fate definitely took us to the next echelon. So, yeah, that's what it is. Wow. Cool. And we got sunbirds. This is just so we have up all the time. Loyalty's mantle is better. Oh, boo. Okay. Anyways, let's get into the point of what we're doing here tonight, and that is making the builds. All right, that's fun. It's cool. I can't wait to. It's like a whole bunch of like recrafting armor and stuff like that. This is a former me for sure. So let's go over to Mobilytics here. Let's go to my profile. Let's go to my favorite builds. Let's go to Spiritborn. My builds, here we go. Okay, here's some ones that we've been, so this is ones that I've got in the bag for this is one I've got in the bag for season 10. I'm calling it Bluebirds. So what I got going on here is we have the whole setup, everything from the loadout to the runes to the perks, everything we got here. So essentially this is the, so how I'm going to separate all these builds again is into Blaster and Casual. This is, so Casual means that you're pushing like Torment 3 into Torment 4. You might not necessarily be able to solo bosses, but if you look at the armor, it's a little bit of a lesser of a threshold. There's still some tweaks I want to make here. So for a casual player, I think what's more important than Sunbirds, so let's edit the casual tab here. So this will be the casual build. I think what's more important here, we'll leave this as, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So what we'll do is we'll just unequip it for now. But I think what's more important here is unequipped. I think what we should have, you should have any form of Loyalty's Mantle. So we'll go Loyalty's Mantle. You should really have any form, not the helmet obviously. Oops, so unequipped. So what you want is any form of Loyalty's Mantle. And then you want Wushu, Wukong. So what you want is one of these two. You don't need both, but you need one. It's simply because it's increasing your Spirit Hall. So let's look at the Eagle Spirit Hall. So what this is essentially doing is making your Storm Feathers do a lot more damage, right? And when you have matching Spirit Halls, it makes it that much 100% more potent. So 100% more damage essentially. And that is with Loyalty's Mantle. You're not too worried about the resource reduction or the resource reduction, but the cooldown reduction is pretty awesome, especially when it comes to evade. And then we have Wushu Nakpa. Now this also increases your matching primary Spirit Hall bonus by 360% after casting an ultimate. So essentially you're going to be casting the Seeker like crazy, and that's going to make you do your damage. I can almost guarantee that any of these, this build will easily push you tier 3 into tier 4 easily, and you'll be able to team up with people and do all your boss runs, everything. You'll be able to put through Pit 55 for sure. But the bare minimum that you want here is Wushu Nakpa, and then everything else kind of just falls into place, right? We got the best is conceded aspect for the barrier damage multiplier, then our ultimate damage multiplier, and then we have the gorilla multiplier, right? Because the gorilla skill that we're going to be using is Armored Hide. That might be the only reason why you want Jensen's shells. So it might look more, you might want, I mean, you don't necessarily need it, but it might look more like this. Something like this. And what I'll do is when I actually do the build guide, I'll explain that you don't necessarily need something like this would be better. This basic loadout here, this would be better. Because you need that armor for this to matter. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. For this build, this is all you need. So that will be the casual version. So 3 uniques, that's it. If you go over to the blaster version, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uniques, right? You're even sacrificing the gloves, which I kind of want to free up and leave open, but you know, then we can't have like Harley Quinn's crest or something like that. Or the boots. Right, so essentially this is what you want the build to look like. You're just tacking on all these damage multipliers, and then you're good to go. And then we have the bird blitz leveling. So I only included like the most basic of basic aspects that you're going to need. Everything else is, even the runes I switched up for you. Now the Paragon board on this is where we weren't quite finished yet. So let's go back to this. I don't think I was quite finished on the Paragon board here. So we're going to go and finish this up real quick. This is all one that comes up for a lot of people. So what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna reduce it all the way back to. I'm gonna reduce it all the way down to 200, because that's typically where most casual players get. Is that 200 mark? Right. This is essentially where you want to be at. This is crazy. This is one of these is going up by nuts. Yeah, sapping is crazy. So sapping got buffed. Drive is cool. I think even drive might be taking a backseat to a better board, but we're gonna leave it for now, just simply because it's very synergistic with Evade Spiritborn. Yeah, Viscous Shield's now 2 times, which is crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, this is gonna go nuts. And then. Yeah, convergence 60. Yeah, it's like convergence too. Unreal. And then a good old spirit for that crit damage multiplier. Like even spirit I might swap out. They buffed so many other ones. I mean, still. So this is like the Paragon board. This should be more. Yeah, this board might better apply to the casual. So what we'll do is we'll edit, we'll delete this. Yeah. Delete this. And then what I'll do is I will cancel. I want to add build variants. So I'll put we'll call it Bluebirds. So we're calling it now Bluebirds. So we gotta change all these names. So I'll post these when these actually go live, guys. I don't like making builds or like saying these builds will be lit before the game actually starts. I think it's a bad look. I see a lot of other people doing that, but my biggest saying lately is comparison is the thief of joy. So I'm not trying to compare myself to anybody, but just based on my own principles. Based on my own principles, I'll put T3. T4. Yeah. Based on my own principles, guys, I don't like counting our chickens before they've hatched, essentially. So, yeah, so this is a better Paragon board for the casual, because people are probably going to get to 200. I don't see a lot of casual players getting to 250. I don't want to judge, but, like, I don't know. What am I at? Let's go. What am I at? I think I'm at like 240, but this is like playing the season after it's done. This is just for me like going back and doing live streams and such. So like realistically, I get a decent amount of time to play, but this is as far as I've got, right? I haven't even hit 250 yet. Sorry, I'm recording it on another OBS just to make a short form video for you guys after this. But I think this is more realistic for the casual players. So what we got here is we got our 5 boards with our legendary node. So this is for the Evade Spiritborn build. I like this. We're going to edit. That's what I named it. It's Bluebird now. It's Bluebirds now. So this is kind of behind. This is a behind the scenes look at how I make my builds, right? So we got Evade Spiritborn going here. And for the Paragon board, so this is essentially going to take you to level 60. I know it's leveling, so I believe how much do we get off the hop? We get 25 off the hop in terms of Paragon board. think we get 25, right? So this will be... We're Spirit. Hopefully, if you... Spirit or Headhunter is fine. You know what? I'm going to put Headhunter simply because that's the... As soon as you hit level 60, you get Headhunter. Right? So I'm gonna put Headhunter right away. Because as soon as you hit level 60, and we only have 25. I'll just do the first board because you'll get here. So this will be the Paragon board for. I just want you guys to have everything you need. Yeah, perfect. So this is essentially what your Paragon board will look like when you're leveling. Once you get to level 60. So if you're trying to find out, I'm just gonna put it in there. You probably won't even use this. So the way you can look at this is, can I bring this over here? Perfect. Yeah. So the way we can look at this is, we have the casuals build here. We'll go back to the assigned skill. Everything's the same. Even the runes are, like, even these runes can be modified. I would say you want at least one of these. Yeah, you won't have the back rune. Let's be real. Yeah, you won't. You'll probably have this setup. So what I would do here then is the avoid damage. This is just more realistic. A lot of people don't even get into the runes, right? So let's go with the avoiding damage. Where are you? Yeah. And then we'll go with like let's go with like Earthen Bulwark or something. Something like this would probably be more realistic. Actually, this makes more sense. This should be Chem. Yeah, this should be Chem, and this should be Neo. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, cool. And then you might have both of these. One of these is cool. You might Chaos Perks, you might have one of them. I don't know, maybe you'll have a yellow. Maybe you won't have all the legendaries. Maybe you will. I don't know. I don't know what the... I'm gonna leave it like this because you'll be in the end game, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're just... So essentially, this is what we got. All we got to do now is upgrade the Paragon board here. And so I'm gonna assume you're going to be able to get 250. So what this means is we've already got the board made. So what we're going to do is we're just going to max out the amount of dex points up. This has to go to 250. This is for the blasters. This is probably what you're like. And you probably, I don't know, maybe you would waste your time to go down here. I don't think you'd waste it to go up here. Let's see what else we're buffing here. Eagle skill damage. Yeah, you probably do that. Leave that alone. And then this is increases your incarnate skill damage. I don't think you're too worried about that. Yeah, I don't think you're too worried about that. I think you're more worried about the potency of your storm feathers going up. And what is this? Each intelligence. This one bugs me because it's intelligence. You want dex. Right? Yeah, this one kind of bugs me. I mean, I think you're going to want these anyways. I think you're going to want those anyways. So we got 12 more to spend. Yeah, you'll probably just spend it all here on critical strike damage. That might be a waste though. You might just want to arc out like this. Yeah, and get the maximum health and then boom. I don't know. It's a lot of dexterity, but do you want more intelligence with it? I guess you would. For lightning damage though? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe where's non-physical damage? Where's our non-physical damage? Is this it? No, oh, we didn't put it. Critical strike. Lightning. Lightning feathers. You, sir, are non-physical damage. Good thing we caught that. Here it is, yeah, because we need this. We need the canny glyph. We need the canny glyph for. Yeah, we need this canny glyph for. Yeah, so we're gonna want to increase this as much as we can. Yeah, we need the canny glyph. So it probably looks something like that. Yeah, we want this canny glyph for convergence. We want the non-physical damage to boost the legendary node convergence, which is where are you? Let's drive. Yeah, I know. Boom, convergence. Yeah, we need that non-physical damage crank. So we would probably, yeah, we would probably grab those. We don't need resource for this build. Yeah, this is good. Cool. And then hopefully we have like some all stats on loyalties mantle and stuff like that, and we can increase our all stats here. So we still have 10 more to spend. This one bugs me though, because lightning doesn't get increased by intelligence. It gets increased by, or by dex here. It gets increased by intelligence, which makes sense. So I would probably, oh, there's some more non-physical damage. Oh, easy, maximum life for sure. Not worried about that. That might be a good one. You might be able to get one more branch or something. Yeah, there's maximum life. That's the one I'm going for if I can. Yeah, you're probably going to want all resistance armor. Oh, didn't even get this one. It's on the way. 2 more. Sure. That one. Yeah, so there's a lot of all resist we're missing here though. Just crazy to go this far to get it. So make sure I'm not missing anything too crazy. That might be a good one to get to. That one's gonna suck, not getting that one. So hold on, let's see if we can make it work. All right, so we need 7 minus here. We need that storm feather potency. Yeah, the only other thing here is to, because we don't need the dex necessarily, we could totally just not go here. Right, and then we could probably take this 1 dexterity back. Okay, boom. So that looks more like a good Paragon board for blasting. All right. See, I'm even skeptical about putting Harley Quinn's crest there. I might even just put Sun Gorge up there. We'll see. We'll see if the mythic uniques are the bees and knees. I mean, they were on the test run, but yeah. Okay, cool. So we're pretty much done with bluebirds here. This is the evade build. Maybe I should make that obvious. Just put evade here, so everyone's just like, "What is he talking about?" All right. So this is the evade build. We have the blaster version of it, which is like completely decked out. Best runes, best chaos perks possible. Let's put the stats you're gonna want the most. Everyone loves good stats. Are we going the hunter on this? No, we're not. But we will go. We're still gonna go storm feather. Yeah, still gonna go storm feather, and then we're gonna go. I mean, well, let's come back to that. Let's put storm feather and eagle damage on everything else. I don't think we can have storm feather and eagle damage on. Unfortunately, yeah, we can only put resource stuff. Yeah, none of this matters. We might as well. We're not going to need it. And we're not going the hunter. We're going to go... where are we going? Yeah, probably... Let's apply this. I guess... I guess Seeker charges might help. Let's go, Stormfeather. Yo, what's up? Hey, have a quick question. I'd like to run by you if that's all right. Yeah, what's going on, man? Let me know. Stormfeather. Yeah, let me know, Crimson. I'm here for you, man. We're just doing some theory crafting here on the channel, just making some builds, man. But let me know if you have any suggestions, for sure. That'd be cool if you can double up. That'd be cool on tempering if you could double up on the offensive, right? You don't have to take one or the other. You could just kind of like make the build you want. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, Secret Charges just feels so bad. Resource regenerate, cost reduction. We don't need any of it. Resource lucky hit. Yeah, I mean, the Seeker is the only thing that makes sense. It's the only. Yeah, that's it. It's gonna be the Secret Charges, but the cooldown of the Seeker is like it's immediate because of what you're going. Anyways. Yeah, Crimson, let me know what your question is, man. I'm here for you. Fist of Fate. That's cool. So I'm thinking here is get rid of Sun Gorge. I don't know. That cooldown reduction is pretty crazy. I don't want to change anything just yet. Like I said, the season hasn't started and we don't know. This is just my best guess as to what is going to do that damage. Alright, so that's good. We can go over here and do the same. Right, but all we want here, so let's have the same general setup. Let's put whoosh on this one. Yeah, let's put whoosh here. So we can free up our gloves for, I don't know, conceited. I think we already have the conceited aspect. Maybe just eagle feathers, just the eags. Sorry, storm feathers. Just for now, I'm gonna switch that up. Fist of Fate boots, dude. Maybe. Yeah, really what you need is these two. Okay, cool. Let me read the question. So I've seen really interesting builds for Spiritborn, Druid, and Necro this season, and I'm having a really hard time deciding which one I should start with because a lot of these builds are super high investment with Chaos Uniques coming up. So you're asking me which could you possibly shed some insight? Sure. I got just two questions for you. First question is, what is your are you new to Diablo 4? No problem. I can help you in that. Are you new to Diablo 4 or have you played the game already? Okay. Okay, maybe better answer the question like this. So if you're new to Diablo 4, the first what looks like it's absolutely gonna like just kind of clap the season is gonna be Druid. There is probably a high investment in terms of Chaos Uniques and armor that you have to go. There is a couple of really good content creators that make Druid builds. There's this one guy, he's kind of on the come up right now. His name's Zayor. He makes some of the, I don't know what his exact link is, but Zayor. He makes some pretty crazy Druid builds. And also, you can head over to Mobilytics. There's tons of Druid builds there if you need. Necromancer's cool too. It looks like Necromancer is just kind of overall like, looks like they're going to be pretty good. Like they got the Bone Storm coming up, Bone Storm Tornadoes, and then you said Spiritborn. Now Spiritborn is my personal favorite, so I'm biased to Spiritborn. I simply love playing the Spiritborn. Is it complicated? In some regard, yes. In some regards, no. It's just a matter of understanding the Spirit Halls and how you can mix and match them, or how going the same Spirit Oh, you've been playing since season 3? Okay, cool. So let's skip over all of this then. Yeah, go Druid. Druid or Necro is gonna absolutely blast. I think any of the decisions are good. I think what your concern is, where you're coming from, is you're having trouble deciding because of the gear investment that you're gonna have to go into. So here, this is where I'm gonna go. This is where I'm coming from, Crimson Knight. I'm gonna personally, as a content creator, I'm gonna start making builds that cater towards blasters, casuals, and whoever. So, I personally think it looks like Druid is gonna be absolutely nasty. I think all three of these choices would be absolutely nasty. It would really come down to which class. If I were you, I would say which class haven't you played a lot, and which class do you enjoy playing a lot. If you want to tune into the channel, I mean, I'm going to be doing lots of Spiritborn coverage and builds, so I'll have those builds for you if you need. But I think, if I'm being completely honest with you, if you just absolutely want to shred and not have to worry about too much investment, I think Druid's going to be the way to go. I think Necromancer is cool as well, but I think there is a high investment when it comes to gear, whereas I believe Druid won't need as much. The Overabundance Chaos perk is not only really strong, but it also got buffed for Druid. So I think Druid's absolutely just going to tear skin. And I think Spiritborn's going to be awesome too, man. It's a really close race, but you're saying these builds are super high. Like, for instance, like this Spiritborn build that I'm making here, this is really all you need to be pushing through Torment 3 and Torment 4. Like, if you've been playing through Season 3, since Season 3, do you often get the T4? Like, are you used to solo playing and doing like boss layer pushing by yourself and like pushing high pits? Because if you are, it looks like Necromancer and Druid might be your best bet. I think Spiritborn is going to be pushing those 100 tier pits as well, but I think the Druid and the Necromancer are going to supersede that. I think we're going to have some crazy bugs with them, and you're going to be able to hit 150. If you want my honest, brutal opinion, I think Spiritborn's good too. I just, if I were you, I would choose Druid or Necro as my final answer. Druid or Necro if you're looking to get into Season 10. It looks like they're going to be the strongest, in my opinion. The only reason I'm playing Spiritborn is because I love Spiritborn, and I've decided to make content only on Spiritborn. So I hope that helps your decision. I hope that helps make it easier. If it made it harder, my apologies. So, like Fist of Fate works. See, I don't want to overload this build. I gotta be very careful. Like, I wish there was a way on this so you could put whatever helmet you want or whatever chaos unique you want. Because really, all I want you to know is all you need is either the whoosh. You need these two just to increase the potency of Stormfeather. So we definitely need a third ring. So Conceited Aspirant, Venom's Brawler, Falling Feathers. We got crit damage here. I mean, you can go something like, we just need like X damage, really. Oh, you know what? You know what's annoying? Since we're making thing, what's it called? It's like it's a vulnerable one. Valsu, there we go. Nice. Something like this would be good. You can do like the eagle. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then this you can just do jugs. The Storm Raven looks insane, and so does the Tornado Necro. I wanted to start out on the Necro for the Tornado build, but with the nerfs that just came, I'm afraid I'm going to put the... Yeah, that's true. I was watching Slader's video about that too. Yeah, yeah, man, it looks like Druid. It looks like all signs point to Druid. It depends on how... I guess it depends... on the other side of the coin there, Crimson, it really comes down to, man, the fun factor, man. Honestly, I feel like that's what's missing from a lot of what's going on with Diablo 4 and the game in general. So a lot of my builds would just be fun factor based. And I really hope that's what comes through too. But I mean, it depends on what your definition of fun is too, right? If blasting pits is fun, then yeah, go Druid, man. But if you're looking just to have fun, honestly, I think all the classes are a good pick. But if you're looking to like, yeah, really push pit and like do that kind of stuff, I mean, even the Druid has a good speed build, right? With the Boulder Druid. So like there's a ton of builds out there for Druid right now. I think Druid's got the most builds if I'm not correct, next to Barbarian. The Storm Raven looks cool. Into it only be able to hit max 75 or 80, and I don't have much experience on Spiritborn, but the Touch of Death build looks nuts. But to answer your question, I do reach high pit. Okay, yeah, so you know what too, and another thing too that you need to understand is a lot of these like these content creators that put out like those super high pit pushes, like they always say that, you know, these guys have super good gear. It's not only that, they also have you know, they do like 100 runs a day, and then they'll select like the best run of the day, right? And the pit also provides them with that pit push. Also is provided that they have like the best elites that show up, right? So pit 120. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. I think Druid. I think all signs are pointing to Druid for you, especially considering that Necromancer got nerfed the way it did. But yeah. I mean, that's what I would do. I'm just playing Spiritborn because I just want to master one class. But yeah, Spiritborn's fun too. I'd be surprised to see what Spiritborn does. I mean, the Eagle, the evade Spiritborn, it looks like it's gonna be a fast one. I think I was pushing pretty. I think I was in the billions on the PTR. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, I think we were pushing pretty high in the pit, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this just for the casual build. Okay, cool. Save build. Yeah, we're gonna save this build for now. We're not gonna publish it. Cool. So we got our, you know, Blaster casual, and then we got the leveling version of the build. Cool. Beautiful. Let's move on to the next build here. Back to the profile. Hopefully I helped you. Hopefully I helped you answer your question, Crimson. I hope it helped. I really do. Let's go back to Spiritborn here. This is another one I'm working on. Rip Jag here. So this is a Russian Claw build I'm trying to make. And it looks like Loyalty's Mantle and Wushu Neckpaw is going to be like the best Chaos Uniques to have. Like I feel like these are going to be, especially if you're running double Spirit Hall the same, right? You could also like switch this up to Gorilla as well. I'm just trying to make like a strictly Russian claw build. So we have the Sustained War Crozier. This increases our damage up to 300%. And then the potency of our Jaguar Spirit Hall is increased. And then we're running good old like Aspect of Plains power here. And then we're running Rip and Tear, which is also increasing the damage of... Funny enough, though, I feel like the Eagle Spirit Hall got such a big buff, we might be able to just run the Eagle Spirit Hall. Again, I don't like putting out builds or theories unless the season is actually live. So like these are all subject to change. This is literally just a theory crafting of what we do here. So this is one build I have in the works, and I'm trying to. So this is like the roughest draft. The Evade Eagle Spiritborn is pretty set in stone. So we're gonna go through it here. We're gonna struggle a little bit to figure out, you know, how the build exactly works. But if anyone watching has any ideas, let me know. This is what we're gonna do. So I feel like we're just gonna burn our skill points here. So let's just like burn our first 2 skill points here. We're not gonna go any core abilities, which is kind of crazy. We just kind of. I wish this part of the skill tree is different because it's kind of saying essentially you got to go a basic ability or not. So you know what? Oh, you can't go back? Yeah, you can. Oh, I'm going to go Rocksplitter instead. Just in case. Because I have a funny feeling if we're going this build from scratch, right, we're going to invest into the basic abilities. Yeah, then we're going to run Ravager. No, we don't need that. We don't need the full Ravager. We're going to go 1. Increase damage. Iron Skin for sure. Counterattack. Yep. Sure. Definitely going right here. Right here. Gonna go 3. Nope, just 1. Hunter. Right, and then 1, 2, 3. And then this will likely be... Man, maybe we can make it like a Balzan's Max Lido build. Says, thank you for the insight. I appreciate it. I wish I could help Theorycraft, whatever build you're doing, but I just don't know enough about Spiritborn. That's okay, man. That's okay. Yeah, that's what we're here. That's what the live stream is about. This is literally just to encourage, you know, casuals, blasters, anyone to like kind of like drop their input if they have it, and like, well, it was just to have fun, and like it was really just to show everyone like the behind the scenes, like any of the offline content that I do, or like what, you know, when I'm playing offline, like this is the kind of stuff I like to sit and do. It's just sit back in Theorycraft, and I thought with season 10 on the horizon, this might be a cool idea, right? And of course, you know, it depending on the audience too, who comes through, you know, we can be more interactive. But again, I'm just happy if anyone kind of just comes through, says what up, you know, it's all good. So now I'm just going to start filling in these. Not sure on the passive skill yet, so let's just go through it all. Oh yeah, we need Rushing Claw. Whoops. Right, something like this. I don't know if this matters with the amount of Rushing Claw that we're going to have, but we do want the damage multiplier there. It's not an Eagle skill, but this might become more relevant later. We want the resistance. That's always one that we struggle to get. Block chance. That we always want a little bit of barrier. It's not a Thorns build. One here. It's okay. We don't know. We don't need another non-resource build, right? I do think we want Scourge though, because we want that 50x multiplier. Just for having Scourge on our bar. Go to our sign skills again. Okay, so it's, yeah, that makes sense. So we did initially say we're going Rocksplitter. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, maybe it is a Thorns build. We'll see. Maybe it is a Thorns build. We got some extra. We don't need this one here. Oh yeah, here. This is very important. Mobility skills. Yeah, it's very important too. Sure. Scourge is good. This is good, and then we're probably gonna want to just put 4 into here, just to get the damage up, and then we need so. I mean, 100 increased damage versus vulnerable enemies is just insane. And then we could also go. Yeah, we need, see, this forces you into Balzans, right? I don't want to be forced into Balzans. Oh, this might be interesting. Maybe Prodigy's Temple might be interesting because a core or potency skill. So we just basically have Rushing Claw on a no cooldown, right? Maybe that might be interesting. But that means we need like Rod of Kalikabe. Rod of Kalipike. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, maybe do we want the potency of this? Yeah, see, this is where things get interesting. Do we sack the boots for the Rod of Kalipike? Because we need the duelist. We want as many stacks of ferocity as we. So if anything, yeah, we would probably. We need Rod, but no, Rod's only core, right? I'm thinking of the wrong item. Yeah, it's only. No, I'm not. It's not it. It's the harmony. That's it. According to your secondary hall choice, your skills are additionally Jaguar, Eagle. So this is something. So this might be interesting if we don't go pure. maybe we don't, like, you know, we go something like this, and then we only go Wushu and we don't go Loyalty's Mantle. You know? Because Harmony doesn't make sense. Right? Or maybe it'd be better to make it. Maybe we do something like this. Make it a gorilla skill. I think it'd be better as Eagle, right? Because if you go back to our skill tree here, we can start, you know, bumping this up. And we'd have to take stuff out of somewhere over here. It depends on how heavily reliant we are on our ultimate. Supremacy is cool though because they'll make a focus skill, potency, or so we could make this free cast, right? So we just need like there has to be something we're putting too much investment into. Could be this dodge, increasing our critical strike chance. Yeah, maybe we don't need the cooldown on our mobility. Yeah, like even putting a full 3 into here would be sweet. Where do we get another full 3 from? We don't have poise, so we need 3. 30 times multiplier? Yeah, we can't get rid of that. Supremacy is awesome. Making a free cast is also awesome. Our cooldown is going to be reset anyways. We just need 3 more skill points, guys. Where do we get them from? I mean, do we pull out here? I like this, though. This is always a lifesaver. Yeah, we don't need Enhanced Ravager. Maybe just put 1. But how many? Oh, wow. 24 damage multiplier versus... based on our movement speed. Okay, maybe we just do it like that. Boom. Nice. Okay. That's only if we go Harmony. Our Spirit Halls don't match. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Alright, cool. So we'll do like Fist of Fate. Something like this. Like Fist of Fate is like a no-brainer too, right? You just get that random 300% damage multiplier. Something like this. So our primary Spirit Hall will go up. No, I don't. You know what? I don't. So hard. It's a 48 times multiplier. How do we say no, right? How do we say no? Or does that make it 48 plus 40, 96 times damage? Because they're two different. Oh, is that how that works? That's really strong. Yeah, that's really strong. And our focus skills benefit from all of their upgrades anyways. Yeah, so this is going to be Scourge. It's going to look more like this. And just Rushing Claw. Yeah, maybe we don't need counterattack. Well, there's the 3 that we wasted. See, this doesn't make sense. I don't think you can only have 1, 2, and then move, right? You can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you have to have. You can't just have 2 and skip past. Yeah, it'll let you do it on Mobilytics, but you can't actually do that without taking a penalty. Yeah, okay. Might not need this either, right? Yeah. Something like this for a Russian claw build. Okay, cool. Now, okay. So what we're probably going to want here is, there's a mobility one, right? Casting a mobility skill. Yeah, so that's our Russian claw, and then we're going to probably just want the best. Increases our damage by 100% here, right? Yeah, that's it. Boom. All right, and then we're going to want probably back, and I'm going to go with, I mean, Earth and Bulwark would be nice. I don't know, someone's telling me Earth and Bulwark, because I don't know if you guys know, but with Russian Claw, you get clapped pretty quick. And Convergence of Spirits, the only reason I'm going Convergence of Spirits is because, well, with Russian Claw being on no cooldown, okay, and we should not probably gives us ultimate damage, perfect. So we will likely be looking for, all right, and then this one will probably look Dex Max. Yeah, deal double damage, 100%. All stats all day. Mystic Fate, we're probably gonna want, yeah, make enemies vulnerable. Something like this. Yeah, so we want that ultimate skill damage, which kind of changes my thought here. Claw. See, Mystic's Circle doesn't necessarily make sense because if it's Russian Claw, it's such a mobile build. We're not really sitting in place. I mean, then again, like on the bosses and stuff, we'll see how it works. But this is probably what we want right now. And I'm pretty sure I did all the, yeah, I did all everything. Right, missed Jaguar damage. Hunter cooldown. I don't think we're gonna need it, but mobility. Yeah, we just want. Yeah, we just want mad stacks. Looks better. I do. So it's a toss up for me. It's either we go Harmony of Ebiwaka or we go Loyalty's Mantle here. It's one of the two. Yeah, we either go Harmony of Ebiwaka or we go Loyalty's Mantle. Loyalty's Mantle will just increase the. Every 15 times you deal direct damage shooting with the Jaguar skill, unleash an additional strike, dealing 20% of damage you've dealt to them in the last 0. So every 15th time. See, it'd be interesting to see this in practice because I'm not sure what that means, but so okay, let's say for the sake of the sake of simplicity here, we just go double jag. So we're not messing with Harmony. Right? We just go double jag. Where can we put these back? So we took 4 points. Just for the sake of simplicity right now. It's a cool thought, but I don't know if that's what we want, right? So I think it was, yeah, none of this matters because we're not using Rocksplitter. I mean, what are we doing here, right? I'm on the fence about which one is which, so we could put 1, 2, and that leaves me a 2. Yeah, we'll put the Ravager back, and then we'll put the mobility skill. Okay, cool. So I'm okay with that. For the sake of stuff, let's just go back to Loyalty's Mantle here. Boom. So something like this is what I want it to look like. Okay. And then our weapon, we're probably gonna lean. I think we're gonna lead towards critical strike damage. And then our armor, we're definitely gonna want that. And then we're just going to want to get our armor up because I'm tired of having used the Jansen shell. Okay, Mard Guard. Back off is cool, but not for close range stuff. Crazy Brew. I feel like having a basic attack in the build is kind of where they want you to go. Because everything else is casting a core skill. Right? It's basic core skills. They're trying to like implement that. Everything here is core skill. So you might as well go with Erupting Chaos or something crazy like that. You might as well something crazy like this. The idea behind this is really, I mean, a Beast Corner is pretty cool. Yo, Dave, hey man. Hey man, how you doing? Yeah, it's the weekend. Well, maybe not there yet. Oh yeah, no. Here in Canada, yeah, man, it's Friday night right now, and we're just doing some theory craftings for Spiritborn, man. So like, I'm just trying to right now. We just got past the Evade Eagle Spiritborn build. Like I'm pretty sure it's set in stone. But I don't like to put builds out there until they're officially ready and the season's live. I know a lot of other content creators do this kind of stuff where they're like, these are the best top 10 builds and all this stuff like that. I don't think that's necessarily correct. But again, comparison is a thief of joy. So I don't want to compare myself to them. But I firmly believe, just based on principles, that the build will be ready when the season is ready. So right now we're just making builds that are theoretically like a build potential. And these are builds I want to try out when the season goes live. So I'm trying to just kind of show you guys what the behind the scenes is like when I'm offline and playing Diablo 4. Sometimes, some nights I just sit there on my phone before I go to bed as my bedtime story, and I go on Mobalytics and I come up with build ideas. 36 got to Paris. Sick, dude. D3. I missed D3. I used to play a lot of D3, man. I used to play a lot of Monk. My Paragon level was insane, man. It was like 1200. I don't know if you remember in D3 there was like people that could just like come in and they had like duped gear. I don't know if you ever experienced this. They had like this crazy duped gear that did like crazy amounts of damage, and they would just like run me through sometimes, and man, I was like leveling up like crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they were so strong, but then like when you go to view their profile, you can see their gear, and it was like crazy. Yeah, I played a lot of Inna's Monk, man. Inna's Monk was my thing. Okay, let's go to the mercenaries here. Our hard mercenary, dude. Subo's my guy. You know, I like Subo. Yeah, I like Subo a lot. Yeah, boom. And then our reinforcement will always be Varanya, the Bloodthirst. And the opportunity will obviously be on Rushing Claw. Perfect. Paragon board. Now this is where stuff gets tricky. Right? So I always think a good Paragon board, especially for, well, let's just put the glyph in here first. We got shards this season. You can put them in the helmet. Weapons are kind of OP. Yeah. You know, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. D3 has always been fun. Like, I often think about going back to play it. I just haven't. Maybe I should. I don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing D3 content, but if you are, let me know. If you guys are interested, just let me know in the chat. If you guys ever want to see some D3 content? It's what got me into Diablo, the Diablo franchise. That's crazy, man. It's gonna make Balzan's. Oh, I am 100% starting off with Evade Spiritborn, man. Evade Spiritborn is so much fun to play. It's so easy to put together. Hold on, let me just let's get through this Paragon board, and I'm gonna show you. I want to start off with Evade Spiritborn for sure. So if I could maybe like teach a lesson. So what I've come to like understand about this game is the best way to do your Paragon board, if you're watching, guys, is always look for the exit path that has the most dexterity. So you see here we have like dex, intelligence, dex. And we have, you know, intelligence, wisdom, strength. So it looks like our best exit is really here, right? Because essentially what you want to do is you want to get all the dexterity possible. So the way I'm going to carve out my next board here with Viscous Shield is I'm just going to go straight up. Find my way with the most dexterity points to the node. Then I'm going to find my way with the most dexterity points to the glyph socket. We're not going to put it in yet. And then, if I'm counting correctly, we might want this over here. So this is where things might get a little tricky, right? The best way it looks like for me here would be to actually, it might be a little bit of a reach, but to go up and across like this. And then down to the next board, right? But what do we put in here? I'm pretty sure we have like a couple of... Cool, I never play EVA because I play on controller and PC, but I think it will work well on controller. I might try Touch of Death Stinger. Stinger looks like it might be S tier. Yeah, I saw Rob's video today, man. It was pretty cool on the Stinger. So the thing with me and like the when I see these builds that these guys do, I know a lot of it, like a lot of their armor and gear and stuff like that is I guess it depends on how much time you have to invest into the game. So I'm trying to make my builds. I'll show you in a second, Dave, what I'm trying to attain this season going forward. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I hope it works. I hope it ooh, Mystic Circle, nice. Yeah, we'll get that on a good board. Yeah, I hope it works. I just want it to work. Non-physical damage always a safe. Yeah, I just hope it works. I'll show you what my idea is in just a second. I'm sure a lot of content creators are thinking the same too. So I'll make sure I get the right thing here. I want to make this a critical strike. Canny. Non-physical, it's intelligence. Ugh. Hold on. Maybe Wildfire's the move. Just reset the cooldown. So this might not necessarily be the best glyph, but so we got 25. So yeah, we're just gonna sneak up here, grab it, sneak across here, grab it. We should be up 50. Okay, so we're like 5 too many, but that's okay. We made a pretty clear path. So this actually would have been the best way to do it. Just come this way. I guess you would have been nebula. Yeah, okay. Anyways, that's our way out. Some of these just look crazy. I think I'm gonna go for the convergence board next. So let's look at our best exit plan here. Yeah, they didn't. You know, Spiritborn just got nerfs. I did that. That video. I really hope it helped. I really hope it helped people. That's essentially my goal. I really hope it helped people. But yeah, I hope it. Yeah, I hope it helped. I did that review of the patch notes. Yeah, so here's our exit. Most dexterity. And we can get some maximum life along the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to carve our way with the most dexterity points possible. All right, boom, 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 boom. What's unfortunate here is that the exit is really far away from where we get our runes, right? So essentially we have to choose between these two nodes. I mean, we can get this one. It's going to be close on the way out. We might be able to get both. So I'm going to have to go this way. So this board's going to take a lot of investment in terms of Paragon nodes. I'm going to try and end at 250 for the blaster build, or the blaster version of this build. Actually, here, see, we can pick up 2. I mean, this way wouldn't have been bad either. We need that non-physical damage here. This is for intelligence, so we need to pick up some intelligence. So actually, the best way would have been boom, boom. Oh, we need these nodes though. Nope, I was right. Boom, boom. We're kind of shy one, so it's not necessarily the best board. Oh, there you go, boom. You don't need the strength. Perfect. Perfect. That worked out great. And then we go bada bing, bada boom. So the reason I went non-physical damage on the convergence board is because you get a damage multiplier based on how much non-physical damage you do. Or sorry, how much non-physical damage you do, whether that's cold, poison, shadow. So this is kind of like a combo here. Convergence and is it canny? And canny. Yeah, convergence and canny go hand in hand. They don't necessarily have to go on the same board, but they complement each other, in other words. So we're not going to grab the extras just yet. We're going to try and get out here with the most dexterity possible. Kind of like having the int. No, let's keep it. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Okay. Okay, so we got convergence. We got viscous shield. Have you played Borderlands 4? I already found it. I got to level 12. I don't know. It's about Borderlands games. I just can't get them. Yeah, I played Borderlands. I got to level 19. You know what the thing about Borderlands is? It's like World of Warcraft. The game doesn't start until you actually beat the game. And then you can start going in and like, grinding and getting like the OP gear and stuff. It looks fun. I feel like I was having a lot of fun into it, but like if I'm being realistic, I can't play this game and that game at the same time. It's a lot of time invested. I only have so much time, and I really enjoy just playing D4. I like Borderlands 4 as well. I used to play all the Borderlands. Yeah, Brothers in Arms is sick. But yeah, I really enjoyed the thing with Borderlands, is it just took a lot of time. I feel the only thing I wish was a little bit quicker was leveling up. I felt like it took way too long to level up. It was kind of like a drag in my opinion. So that's kind of why I stopped playing it. But I was just trying it out. I know I said I would play it on the channel, but I realized very quickly that this game isn't what it used to be. I'm not saying it's a bad game. All I'm trying to say is that it just took a lot of time. Sapping. Yeah, sapping's awesome. Okay, again, we got a lot of dex nodes here. This isn't horrible either. But if this is my exit, that means our board has to look like this. So we kind of like trail up here, and then we kind of trail out this way. Yeah. 1, 2. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is the better way. So yeah, we need a big dex investment here. Lightning damage. Maybe even Headhunter. What's the magical nodes? Dexterity. Resource. I don't need either of them. So this might be a good one to throw, like a one that it's off. You know, it's off the Mystic Circle. Here it is. Yeah, this is what we want. Cool. And we got a lot of intelligence nodes. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, we want all the mystic power we can possibly get. Oh, well, we don't want to splurge too much. Okay, so that makes sense. And then we got to work our way this way. It's going to look something like this. See, that'll be the best route, but we don't want to waste too many. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't necessarily matter which way we exit. And drive. So this is it's sick. We could actually connect all the boards. That's kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need 5 boards. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's our exit right there. I like these boards the best because it's basically like I call it an L board. You literally just you shoot to the middle and then you beeline up, and then you have to find a way to the legendary node, of course. But these are my favorite type of boards. They just make it interesting. You know, there's not really too much thought that needs to go into it. But we need to really start getting some damage multipliers here. So we got our Mystic Circle. We don't need physical damage. This is a cool one. Jagged Plume. Hold on a second. Not an incarnate spell. Okay, good. Just making sure. I'm like, wait a second. If Rushing Claw is an incarnate spell, lordy. So at least you guys, this is how you make you know, I think Spiritborn has probably one of the best. This is it. Where is it? Yeah, Spiritborn has one of the best Paragon boards in my opinion. I think we could honestly just go Headhunter. We could just go Headhunter and then go into the yeah, we could honestly just go Headhunter here. And then work our way up the board this way. Grab our, actually no, we can just grab our yellow node here. We'll go there if we have to, and then just kind of, you know, we have to go this way because we need to reach our legendary node. What are we missing here? Boom. We could actually go across and grab these now. Yeah, we want. Yeah, we wasted a lot on this board here. What's it? I agree. It does for real. Yeah, I think so. I did see. Did you see clips of it about changes in masterworking tempering? I don't know. They haven't really. Did they peep what they're going to do in terms of changes? Like, was there a leak or something like that? And then we just kind of. This is a weird board. I might redo this board later, but this is we're here now, so I might redo this board later. You have a 30% chance to knock down a vulnerable enemy. You deal 30 increased damage and doubles, so 60% damage here. Yeah, so like this kind of looks like the board, right? The board we want to go. So I'm only trying to spend 250 here. I didn't see. I watched a few clips. I think Cliptus is like he's on the come up, man. That guy's like he's really accelerating through this, to the game here. He's got a great channel, and he's just like he's a Diablo partner. Cool, man. Always keeping up with my peers for sure. Don't know yet. Watch it, but sounds like changes are coming, which sounds good. Yeah, in my video too, the one I just did on Spiritborn, the patch notes, I mentioned that they're. I didn't go into it too much because I didn't want to like, I didn't want to sound like I was just dropping like a negative review on the patch notes, but I did mention that they are going to be reworking tempering and masterworking. They are going to be reworking those two. And where is it? It's somewhere here. Where are you, buddy? Yeah, they're going to be reworking it, and I'm looking forward to it, man. It's not Bane, is it? Where is it? Incarnate, Jagged. There it is. Boom. Mary Jerry. Whoa. You got it. Weird board again. Then we kind of have to carve our way up. Gee, it looks like this might be the smart way. Hold up. So how I want them to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, too many. Okay. We're slightly over here. What we could have done, yeah, we could totally do this better. What it should have done was rotate this board up. It's okay. We could do it better. It's fine. It's a lot of invested, right? We're 3 too many here. 3 too many. So 1, we gotta get rid of that one. And you kind of we're 3 too many here. Way too many here as well. We don't need the extra. Yeah, 3 too many here. Something like this makes more sense. 250. Perfect. Yeah, something like this. We have room for one more, sure. Okay, cool. So that's cool. Skill tree, mercenary, we did it. Assign skills. All right, so we're gonna call this default. This is we're gonna call this Rip Jag. Rip Jag. This is the blaster version. No, blast. Let's do a lowercase. Wow. Blaster. Perfect. Yeah, safe. My parks have been gathering dust for a while. I'm downloading 6 gigabytes Cyberpunk. Oh, cool. Sick, man. It's dope. All right, cool. So we're going to add a build variant now. This will be called Rip Jag Casual. Whoa. Great variant. Cool. So it's essentially the same thing. What we're going to do is we're going to dumb it down a bit. What we do need, though, what I know we do need here is we're not going to have Fist of Fate. So we're going to just unequip this. We'll probably make this Loyalty's Mantle. This might be a little bit more harder to achieve. So essentially what I want everyone to know here is all you need do everything that does potency skills. Perfect. Okay, so all you need here is Loyalty's Mantle. You need these 3, so I think it's gonna be a little bit more of a high armor investment, even as a casual player. I have to put so the whole purpose of these casual builds is, so I think it was on the campfire, they said only 10% of the player base make it to Torment 4. So what I'm essentially doing here is I'm making builds for casual players as well. So there's not that much of an investment in terms of what you have to get. So what we do is we kind of water down the build. So if you look here, you know, it's not much watered down. We're literally taking away 1 item. This is something that's in progress. If I had to take 1 more item away, it would be the Wushu, right? So so I guess that's a good threshold to set is let's just do armor here. Something gives you armor. Aspect of disobedience is cool, yeah. So yeah, so essentially what you want with this is Loyalty's Mantle, and you want sustain. So I think that would be a good threshold. So for the casual player, all you need is 2 Chaos Uniques. You want to farm these 2, right? I think essentially this is where you wanna be for this build. Which is funny because we can kind of deconstruct the build, and then what I'll do is I'll probably drop something like for maybe this, you know? So it's just not as hard to get. I don't know what the drop rate's going to be on the Chaos perks, but this is kind of where I'm going with it. I like the mobility skills. We won't have this off the hop, right? So what we'll do is we'll make it Gar, right? So you get critical strike when you're using Rushing Claw, and then we won't have traveling, right? So what we'll do is we'll do Neo, because this will be something more attainable. This will be more realistic about what you'll have, right? If you just kind of, you know, you got a couple hours to play after work, or a few hours after work to play, or, you know, you're coming back from uni or college and you need to play. So we're going to put you in the casual build here. However, we have to work on the Paragon board because we're 50 over what I thought we would be. So what I have to do now is go back and take away too many extra. How sure are they about 10%? I feel like it's more like 30%. I could be wrong, but I have a few friends on the game that don't care about anything beyond tier 2. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that people can't push into those tier. those tiers. Sorry, I don't think that's the case. I think what it is just, yeah, like you said, some people just don't care to be, you know, power pushing at all, right? I think that's more the reality of what's happening. I just don't, yeah, I don't think they care to be pushing that far into the game, which is crazy in my opinion. But so essentially what I'm doing is I'm making blaster builds. So for people that, like, you know, can play 16 hours a day, go to sleep, wake up and do it again, I'm making blaster builds. And the blaster builds really aren't concrete. They're more for like the blasters themselves to how do I say, critique and add their own emphasis to. So the blaster builds are more left up for interpretation, or if someone that is you know, a professional blaster can add anything to it, that's why I'm making it. So if I was to do like let's say I was to do a build guide video, I wouldn't put out the blaster version. I'm gonna stick it on the casual. I think the casual kind of hits even me as a player, if I'm being honest. I'm like a casual blaster. I might have a little bit more time than the average player to play the game, but not 16 hours or like 12 hours a day. You know, I have that time after work, you know, if the wife's cool and all that stuff, like she's cool with it, like you know, I can come down here and game and she understands it's important to me and stuff like that. And but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is I fall more into this category of casual. So I'm like a casual blaster. So if I do a video or guide on it, I'll do something more on the casual side of things. So right now I'm trying to like, oh, we didn't even get the legend, or I'm trying to make this more applicable to that player, right? So we don't need, is there anywhere where we doubled up? I hope that made sense. I kind of just rambled there, but I hope that makes sense to you guys. So my builds going forward will be catered more towards the casual player. And I guess that's essentially what it sums up to be. I see a double up here. Whoa, no. Need that one. Somewhere. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's got to be a better way to do this, right? I guess not. Yeah, what I should have done actually. Yeah, there's no way escaping it. Yeah, it's okay. We'll leave it at, oh, boom. We'll do it at 245. It's fine. It's fine. We'll leave it here. And then we'll do another build variant. Right? So something like this is what you want at the bare minimum to be doing some sort of damage, I believe. Yeah, I'm like a casual blaster. I get like a little bit more time than the average player to play, I think, like, you know, but like sometimes it's days I don't play, right? There's blaster. My definition of blaster are people that can play this game every day. That'd be more like of like your partner program content creators. Or, you know, maybe a younger demographic that have nothing to do but go to school and then come home and play Diablo 4, you know, maybe something like that. So I guess, you know, I'm a gamer dad myself. I guess that's where I kind of fall in. This gamer dad with, like, you know, a little bit more time than your average gamer dad, I guess. So I'm like a casual blaster, I'd like to say. Like, I have enough knowledge about the game to make builds, but like I don't unfortunately have that time to invest to get to that blaster state. Or, you know, I'm not into duping items. I'm not into going to buy gold off the internet and then like, or going to a website to buy like triple GA gear. I don't have that. I want my builds to reflect the experience of a gamer, you know? I feel like that's what's missing in a lot of games these days is people are forgetting to have fun. They're all trying to just like, you know, buy their way for fun, or they're trying to, you know, compare themselves to somebody else and make that kind of build. I really just want my builds to cater towards fun. So I hope that's what I can achieve with this. And then we'll do add build variant here. We'll do rip jag level. So we'll do rip. And this is another thing I want to do. Let's do rip jag. These are just names I'm making up, guys. They're not necessarily, they're just kind of off the cuff. They're not really they might be different when I do the guides for them, but yeah. So we're gonna call this rip jag leveling. Cool. Create variant. So now this will be the leveling version of the build. So what that means is we're gonna just put, you know, random stuff here, like Oh no, here. So what we'll do. Well, unequipped. All I would suggest you do is when you're leveling, we're gonna unequip all this. Is just have these slots filled out with some aspect, right? Like it won't be potent exchange. It'll be something easier that you can find, like when you're primary, like edge masters, right? So that would be cool. Plains Plower you probably won't have off the hop, so it'd probably be something more like Barrier's a good one. I always think Barrier Conceited Aspect's a good one to put on your weapon. It gives you a pretty good damage multiplier. You probably won't have this either. You'll probably have this ultimate one. This one's pretty frequent. You probably won't have redirected force. You'd probably have something more like your basic abilities. So we can do something like attacking increases the damage of your core skill. Yeah, this is cool. So we'll do Aspect of Moonrise here. Something like that. That makes sense. Conceited. And then our amulet, another like pretty straightforward one. Yeah, it might just be another basic one, right? We might just go the aspect of adaptability. Yeah, so something like this. So it's a little bit more easier to achieve. You probably won't even be looking at runes. Like this might be possible. This won't be possible. You won't have this off the hop. You'll probably have something more like casting evade. And you probably want, I don't know, increase critical strike. Oh no, we already did that. You probably want something more like you don't need resource, movement speed. Perfect. That makes sense. You probably won't have any legendaries, so we're just going to unequip this. You'd probably have something closer to, something like this. Gems can stay because it's up to you if you want to put gems in your stuff, but it definitely wouldn't. The skill tree wouldn't look like this either. You probably wouldn't have Scourge because it doesn't matter yet. You'd probably just invest that into Rocksplitter, and then probably one more into Rocksplitter. And then your science skills would look something more like this. Boom. This will be the leveling version of the build. And then your Paragon board, you'd probably only have the first board. So we'll just take off that one, Whoa. That one, and that one. And then you'd probably have something like, you'd probably have Headhunter here, because this is when you hit level 60, it automatically gives you this glyph. So this would be like your best start, essentially. I just say I have a board still, don't I? Yeah, I do. I was like, whoa, there's no way. And sometimes I don't like the interface of the. What the heck? Where are you? Sorry, guys. I've lost my Paragon board. It's okay. Go back. Let's go back to Paragon board. Here we go. You probably won't have this many too. You probably won't have this. You have more like 25, right? So more or less, you'd have something like this, 26. Let's call it. This would be like your leveling Paragon board here. You'd still have your mercenaries skill tree. Yeah, something like this would be more of the build for Rushing Claw. Yeah, cool. So there we go. We got this is a potential theory crafted Rushing Claw build. So we're going to save the build. We got the Blaster Casual and leveling. I'm going to make sure that when Season 10 comes out that we try out this build and we can try it out live together. That's probably how it's going to be done. I'm going to, pray to the permission gods that I get the time to play. Let's say build. All right, nice. Let's go back to the profile now. So all right, so we got Rip Jag, Spiritborn, Rushing Claw. We got Bluebirds, Spiritborn, Evade build. So I have Crush Riller, which is a crushing hand build. I'm not too sure about this yet, but I have the sick idea for G Cannon. So what this is a Payback build, which I was using on the when we had the live stream. And I believe this is what we had here. Yeah, did we do the Paragon board for it? I don't think we did. No. Skill tree, yeah, skill tree set. Oh no, we didn't even do the skill tree. We just assumed. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this build I'm gonna leave alone because I don't quite remember. But you know, let's go back to the profile here. Let's create a new build. I want to try and do a Razor Wings build. So if you guys have any input on Razor Wings, let's try and make that a build too. Let's create a build. Okay, season 10. All right, we're gonna call this. Let's go save build. We're gonna call this chicken rings. We'll call it Jadiro S10. Oh, S10 chicken rings, dude. Chicken rings. Again, these are just names I come up with on the fly. This might not be the working. This is a working title. This is not the actual. Nope. Edit build. It's for season 10. Not barbarian though. Oh, we gotta delete it. Cool. Create a build. Yeah, some things they can work out on this. Spiritborn season 10. Save build. Jadiro. S10. S10 chicken rings. Chicken rings. Jadiro S10 save. Okay. We're not pop. Okay, now we can go back and edit. So let's do it. Let's do it Razor Wings style. So I have a funny feeling that Thunderspike and Razor Wings is a dope combo, especially with the new Eagle. With the new Eagle Spirit Hall. That's what we're gonna go is Eagle. Let's go. I always think this is good for Unstoppable. This is just good because of damage. And then it's not Thorns build, so Scourge is good. This is kind of like the best, right? And I'm gonna go with the ultimate here. We might swap this out for, because I believe we can make Razor Wings a core ability, right? If I'm not correct. So before I start putting aspects in, let's do the skill tree. So we're gonna go Thunder. We're gonna skip. We're gonna go. I don't know if you can make. I don't know if we can make Razor Wings a core ability. I don't remember off the top of my head. 3, and then we can drop one here. Go Armored Hide. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Nice. This is where stuff gets interesting here. Razor Wings, boom. Cool. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this one was the one that worked better. And this is a potency skill, so we got to increase the damage and the cooldown. That'd be really cool if we can make it a Jaguar build, or a Jaguar, have a Jaguar passive. Sorry, the Jaguar tag here. So I don't think we have any more barrier. Go put one here because we want the resistance. Let's go with the Seeker. Casting an ultimate skill. This is kind of like the run of the mill that we go here, guys. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go with vulnerable damage for sure this time. We go 1 here. We go 1, 2, 3. Skip over that. Razor Wings, we're gonna crank up. So, question is, where do we go from here? So we want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We want our gorilla build. Yep. We're not too worried about mobility skills this time around. Okay, so how many we have a ton of points left, don't we? 17. Okay, we gotta make this work. Are you missing anything? Oh yeah, we didn't get counter. Yep, didn't get that. We're not going Ravager. I think we're going Scourge. Right? Sign skills. Yeah, we're going Scourge. We could probably crank the Seeker too. I don't know if we don't. We're playing around Razor Wings, not the Seeker, right? So we got 12 more to go. Yeah, we're not really worried about Thorns right now too. It's not Thorns build. We can maybe go some damage reduction. Oh, here we go. 1, 2. So we got 10 more to go. If we can make it a Jaguar skill, we could probably crank the damage. So we'll come back to the skills. We got 10 skill points to go. So let's go to our, let's see what we can do for Razor Wings. So our weapon, we're going to want Razor Wings, whatever we can get, right? It'll probably crit damage, actually. We'll go for the aspect of Redirected Force. Then we'll go Razor. It's an incarnate spell, okay. Yeah, it's huge, okay. Oh, perfect. So, boom. Actually, what's a better? Yeah, Tornado Necro looks dope, man. They nerfed it though, apparently. So, I was watching a Sladra video where they said they nerfed it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put that on the necky. Razor, this gives it the incarnate ability. And then we go conceited. This is kind of like, he's just slapping damage multipliers on, right? So this is conceited, and then this we're going to go alt because we're going the Seeker. Good lord. There we go. Okay. So that looks good. So this is the blaster version, so we can load up on I believe the cozy sustained. Where's the cozy? This one. Yeah, do your thing, brother. Do your thing. I think we want that. I think we're gonna want, like, again, loyalty's mantle and wushu or wushi. These are gonna be some of your go-to best friends here, and you're gonna want loyalty. It's gonna look something like this, and then your boots might be something like anything potency. Here we go. I don't know. I think it's gonna be double eagle for sure. It's gonna look something like this as well. And you're gonna want the avoid damage bulwark, probably. Because we get damage based on that's not the name. Based on how much barrier we have. Yeah, we'll probably want the avoid damage might be good. Let's get Neo. And then we'll get the is it back? Neo back. Zan. Boom. So we're not spending any. Maybe we could just go for the good old Mard Guard. This one. And then we go back off. And then we go. Something like that. It's like an alternative evade. So cool. All right. Yeah, we still have this. There's nothing that just buffs Razor Wings, eh? Yeah. We can go Fist of Fate Boots. Or we can go Harmony. Yeah, maybe Harmony is where it's at. Yeah, hold on. And then we can make it a Jaguar skill, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. So then that means we can get an extra damage multipliers here. Perfect. Make it a Jaguar skill and just crank the damage. Alright. I dig it. Now we need a 4 and 1. So we can kind of just do a I don't know, damage reduction or something. I don't know. This is kind of a throwaway. This is not this is again, this is a theoretical build. Yeah, this looks crazy. This looks like it's gonna hoof some damage. So let's go into our tempering then. So, or we can go to our stats too. Probably crit damage, dex, and max life. This is like I would probably let's go crit. Sure. And then tempering, we're gonna go but hold on a second. Loyalty's mantle don't matter. Yeah, so this is Harmony. Hold on. Not out of the woods yet. This still matters. This still matters. But these boots not. Let me just go Jansen. We're going a beast cornered. Something like this, yeah. Multiplier. We could actually just go, if we're gonna go Jansen, then it makes unyielding pretty good. We get base damage based on our armor. I mean, this is also just kind of like a, which means we probably want a quarterstaff. Even oh, we probably want that. Cool. Yeah, something like this looks cool. A little different, you know, it's a fun build. It looks different. Okay, cool. And it's technically a Jaguar skill now with the Harmony. I mean, if we really wanted to slam it, we can just go Fist of Fate here on the gloves. We really want to slam this build, but I don't want the build. I mean, this is the blaster version of it, right? So we'll call this one chicken. Whoa. Chicken rings blaster. Save. This should merc all T4 content. content. So we're gonna add, okay, cool. Let's do the Paragon board. Oh, here we go again, guys. See, this is what I want to say right now. The Chaos Uniques have opened up the build Rolodex so much. I've opened up the build Rolodex so much that you can just make like almost like endless builds. Like, it's really gonna suck when they take Chaos Uniques out of the game. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to it. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not looking forward to it. But you know, it is what it is. If you guys are wondering why this green screen's in the background, I could show you something else. So what I do, oh, I've been disconnected. So what I do is I record some of the live stream stuff so I can make like some footage after, or sometimes I just want like B-roll footage. So if you're wondering why this green screen's in the back, this is how it looks. This is the angle. This is what you get to see. So this is why it looks the way it does. Anyways, that's just that's more behind the scenes stuff. But we logged out of the game. We gotta get back into it. And I'll show you guys some Evade Spiritborn from Season 9. But we'll get back to it in just a second. Let me just log into the game, make sure we're still in it there. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the Paragon board here. So, your main starting board doesn't always have to be Spirit, but I find that Spirit is the best. Spirit is the best because it increases critical strike damage, and then every dexterity node that you get increases critical strike damage. So in my opinion, it's the best to go once you're established and you've got all your runes and you're blasting away. Sorry, your glyphs, and you're blasting away. What are we missing here? Oh, this one. Right. So this is Razor Wings. This is good too. I feel like Viscous Shield is the best. You just go, like, you know, you just... Yeah, Viscous Shield's the best. Let's go... Yeah. I'm going to try something different, though, because I don't know if this is necessarily the best one. Let's go, this is a great one for dexterity, right? So let's go eagle damage if we have it. Yeah, eagle damage, perfect. We're gonna go this way. Boom, 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 boom. And then we're gonna go. We could potentially go like this. I mean, we could have even went like this. It's okay. No extras. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Boom, boom, boom. I think the next board we want is Convergence. Or like some of these all got buffed like crazy. Or we just go straight to Sapping. Just go Convergence. Get out the way. So there's a big board to tackle. We want the decks at the top though, right? Or we can have decks at the entrance. Either way we flip it, this is a big board to tackle. We want it to be like this so that we can... So we could maybe... Right, we could do something like this. Where we come down and we get as many intelligent nodes as possible, because we're eventually gonna go non-physical damage. Not a lot, eh? This is not a, okay, so it's not a good board for that. Is it a good board for strength? Oh, we can go lightning damage. It's kind of like, so. Whoa. No, it's worse. 5, 10, 15. I mean, who are we kidding, right? What I'm trying to avoid is getting so far here that I might as well exit this way. Essentially, what I want to do is come back around this way and then exit out there. Just kind of like a beeline through the whole Paragon board. We could try outmatch. Yeah, it's a little bit more. So there's a little bit more strength nodes here. Yeah, this might make more sense. Oh, we just want enough. Okay, cool. Minimal investment there. Boom. Okay. I don't think drive's gonna be the one. Yeah, we haven't done revealing in a long time. Let's do revealing. Oh, another big board. See, no. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna be smart this time. Is sapping another big board, so we can't have that board either. We need a board, another L-shaped board. Drive's a good one, but it's not really a speed moving board. Yeah, it's all big boards from here on out. Okay. So let's get it over with. So this is the best way to exit. One, two, three. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go against code here. Wait. Wait just a minute. Sorry, guys. Aha. This might be the fix here. Okay. It's like 2 less dexterity, but sometimes it makes sense, you know? Because what I want is I want this and I want sapping. I want these two. Right? So what you can do if you want to like kind of like save yourself some skill points. Whoa. What you can do is save yourself some skill points here. So we can kind of like arc around this way. We can start here, boom, arc, and then we can get 2 big boards for the price of 1 essentially. We could start up. I'm not sure where we're gonna go there. This is just all in the name of conservation here. Right, we can kind of just whoop, sneak out the back door here. Boom, 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 boom. Something like this. We'll come back. I don't even know how many Paragon points we have left. I'm trying to stay under 250. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay, and then we can come back this way. Right, and because this is another big board, right, what we can do is something like this. So we can kind of like, I'll show you. Right, so what we can do, boom, 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 boom. Yep. And then come this way. Right, so right, so you can have something like that, and then you can sneak up here and still get your stuff. And that saved us probably, I don't know, whatever it would have been to get from, you know, through the middle here, which we still very well might do, right? So. But that's a way you can kind of, if you're new to the game, that's a way you can kind of like cheat the Paragon boards in a sense. You don't have to go like 1 board, 2 board, 3 board, and then like a snake. You can kind of like combine boards so that you can enter from 2 different boards, right? Pause. Cool. Boom. Okay, so but let's figure out. So that was a little bit of a sloppy show, but we figured out what we wanted here. So what we got in terms of, so we got non-physical damage, that's what we want, and then we have eagle damage, so we need lightning damage, or we need eagle damage, sorry, or no, we need lightning damage. Oh wait, that wasn't non-physical. What was this? Oh, no, we don't want physical. No, we want non-physical. No, we want, where's lightning damage? There it is. Boom. So slight change. We want lightning damage. Perfect. There we go. Boom. Lightning damage. And then we want, what else do we want here? Non-physical damage. So we need int. Gosh darn int. Oh, it's a good int board though. I mean, we could have just easily went like this. Boom. And then for our last trick, yeah, easily the best Paragon board goes to the Spiritborn. Spiritborn has the easiest Paragon board to figure out. And we're gonna go, ooh, yeah, Stormfeather Potency. For sure. Let's do it. And boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Perfect. How many, I want to be like, ooh, and we still got 12 to spend here. So what I would suggest is either invest more into the eagle damage. I think eagle damage makes more sense. Like Stormfeather Potency does damage, but I think the eagle damage is more on the cuff of Razor Wings, right? So wait a second, hold on. Before we go any farther, I just want to, okay, so I can invest 10 more into dexterity. That's all I need. So I want to stay 200 here because I'll show you why in a second. So how many more can I invest here? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. All right. So why I'm leaving it at 200 is because I'm going to add build variant Chicken rings. Chicken rings blaster. But we're gonna call it casual. Great variant. Perfect. So the casual version will have only 200 Paragon because that's typically about what you get to. And then the blaster version will have about 250. I know some people can play till they get 300, so we can add 50 more points now. So a Storm Feather, I would, if I was a blaster, I would definitely want Storm Feather potency. Right, so I would literally get every dexterity node on this thing. I think that's good. Like, you don't want to reach too far for a dexterity node, but you know, I've been wrong before. And then we'd want non-physical damage. I don't think you'll need it. I think convergence will be maxed. Lightning damage, not worried about it. Yeah, we just continue to get all the dexterity nodes for eagle damage. Yeah, that's something we want to look like. Lightning resistance. How many points do we got left here? 14. So I'm gonna go more for the max life stuff. Yeah, not too worried about that. Yep, all resistance. Always a good shot. Always a good time. Okay. So got a lot of room here for stuff. At maximum life. Sure. I should have like 10 more points left. 14. So yeah, I'm gonna make the long stretch here just for the extra resistance. Six more, okay. That would be nice. 1, 2, oh. Boom. 5 more. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 short. Oh, I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Boom. Oh, I'm crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're gonna want to cap out the critical strike damage here. Perfect. 250. We'll leave it there. All right, so that's the blaster variant. This is the okay, and then that means we can't have all this if we're, you know, it probably won't look like this. So what I would think, what would probably make more sense would be it'd probably actually I can't switch this, so that means it'd probably look like this. Those are the bare minimum of the two that you want. And this can be disobedience, and the boots can be duelist or something like that, or ferocity. Cool. Let's go blaster. We didn't finish up tempering yet, so we're gonna want razor wings, deal double damage, and then we'll probably just want I don't know, maybe Eagle Hall. Just want crit damage. Okay, I'm gonna go Eagle Hall for good faith, and then we'll do the apply, and then we'll do eagle damage, and then we'll do so anything for Razor Wings. Perfect. I don't even know what this does, but we want it. Let's go again. We probably want to mix up some crit damage here, and then Razor Wings. I just want like infinite Razor Wing channel. And then we want, I know you're probably thinking Storm Feather, but Storm Feather's kind of just complementary. Like we might even go double Jag here, right? So cool, something like that. Just have mad Razor Wings. Oh, we don't get it here. This is utility. That is correct. So do we have like anything for potency damage? No, let's go Eagle again. And then we'll go not sure. Utility? I don't know, barrier regeneration for now. Cool. So boom, boom. All right. So that's kind of what you're looking at the blaster. That's the non-blaster version. And then we want to add the... We haven't added the mercenaries yet. Okay, we're going to go Subo. And then we're going to... Oop. No, Subo. Whoops. No, this is Varanya. This is Subo. Subo's my guy. Subo's just good because he kind of he gives you like a map hack, and he boosts your critical strike damage. So that's really good with Spiritborn. That's why we go on both. Should have done it for this as well. Subo reinforcement Varanya. Boop boop boop. Bloodthirst opportunity on Razor Wings. Cool. Yeah, I keep thinking about how once the Chaos Uniques are gone, guys, we're gonna have it's gonna be a tough luck situation. I'm really gonna miss the Chaos Uniques. This is honestly probably my favorite season since season 4. It is my favorite season. This is a season I'm actually looking forward to simply just because of the Chaos Uniques being in the game, man. It's just a shame that they're not going to keep it. Let's do add build variant again, and then we're going to call this Chicken Rings. Chicken Rings casual, or call it leveling. Leveling. It's a great variant. Okay, so Chicken Rings leveling. Assigned skills. You will have... So watch the video on Master Ring Timbering. They said they're going to see changes. Yeah, that's exactly what they said. So we're going to unequip. Unequipped. Unequipped. We don't want anything but our damage multipliers here. Casting on Gorilla Skill. So we're going to go again. Edge Masters is always a safe bet when you're leveling up. Always a safe bet. One that's going to come up a lot too is probably Conceited. So this is another one I suggest you get. There's ways of getting Barrier. And then we're just going to go right into the basic abilities. Just going to go Adaptability. Just all basic damage, because that's essentially how you're going to be leveling up. Moonrise. And we can just go, is it rapid? Rapid aspect. Yeah, perfect. You might actually find you like the basic abilities better. And I think what I would do is I would go leveling, I'd go double eagle. And then you're definitely not going to have this stuff. So we're just going to go chem and critical strike chance. And then we're going to go mobility skill. Are we going on mobility skill? Or not, right? We don't have a single mobility skill, I don't think. We said potency. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go. I don't know. It doesn't matter really. I'm gonna go cast the ultimate skill. You get you don't need resource for this build either. Movement speed, perfect. There you go. Yeah, you won't have all this. You'll be probably heavily reliant. You won't have your unique, so we're gonna unequip that. You're probably gonna be heavily reliant on your basic abilities, so just might as well, if you can get all your you don't need resource. Yeah, you might want to use a yellow one if you can get your hands on it. Yeah, something like this for this build. Boom. So we've chicken rings. Oh, Paragon board. You're not going to have a Paragon board. You're going to have this last one. That's it. That is all. And it's going to be Headhunter. Perfect. Okay. Save build. Alright, guys. Yo, what the heck? What the helly? So we go back to our profile here. We go to Spiritborn. So we got 2 published in the entirety of me doing Diablo 4 content. We have 2 published. You said earlier you might do D3 streams. You got to vote for me. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you guys want to see a D3 stream, honestly, just trying to build a community. I think what would really help is if maybe I start getting a Discord going or something like that. Like we can just make a community Discord. I think that might be a huge win for us if we can manage that. Yeah, just trying to build the community. I think this will, this has been fun, man. And Diablo 4 is the niche content of the channel. This is really the content that keeps coming back. It's stuck around the longest. It's been here the longest. Everything else kind of seems to trickle away or fade away. I have my one-offs with, the odd fighting game or something like Black Myth Wukong, but like Diablo 4 it's been here since the go. So I think this is what if the channel sees anything here, majority it'll be Diablo 4 content. It just is what it is. Maybe another ARPG too, but anyways, I digress. So right now we have potentially 1, 2, 3 strong builds. Crushrilla is a crushing hands build, and G Cannon is another one I want to get to, but it's getting pretty late, and I have a newborn, and they could be up at any time and need to be fed, and the wife needs help too. But kind of happy here with what we got. We got 3 builds. I'm glad I got the theory craft and show you guys what we do behind the scenes here, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, man. And for everyone that dropped a like on the live stream, guys, thank you so much, man. Lets me know that I'm doing a good job and that these live streams are worthwhile to you. But let's run it back on the Spiritborn here. Let's see if we can do a pit push. So this is essentially what the Eagle Spiritborn looks like. We'll just do a low torment. I'll go higher. I'll see how high I can go before this build starts to suck. But this is from season 9. This is what we got going here. Let's see what we can do. So this is essentially what the build's going to look like. It's just going to have the chaos perks to make it look cooler. Like there's a couple of runes I'm not even running. This is just like this is no mythic uniques, nothing. This is just the run-of-the-mill evade Spiritborn. But this is the build I'll be doing when the season starts. So if you guys want to come to the live streams and see that, this is what I'll be doing. I tried to make a Centipede build, but I don't think the Centipede Spirit Halls really stand out. We could try and make a poison build. Maybe I'll do another live stream before the season starts And we can try and get a that Stinger build or that Touch of Death build up and running. It looks strong too, I have to admit, but it also looks like it requires a lot of gear and greater affixes and such. But I hope you guys were entertained. I hope you guys had a good time on the live stream tonight. I did. I know I did. The only thing that makes this build better is Harley Quinn, but we're not rocking it here. It just simply makes Thunderspike up a lot more. You see how Subo gives you a map pack? It really makes it a lot easier to remember where you're going and like not get lost when you're just doing a quick clear. There we have it. So this is essentially what the build will look like come season 10. So definitely be a good starter leveling build for everybody. Let's see if we can crank it up a bit. Let's go up 10 levels until I can't push anymore. I think this will top out like 70, maybe 60. I think this is where it'll top out. It's not completely optimized or anything like that. So. And always fun here. Try and catch in the next stream. Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming through, Dave. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. The ongoing support means a lot, man. Appreciate you. It's a little bit of a tougher crowd here to get through. We can kind of amp up the damage if we put critical strike damage up, and we just kind of rock our incense here. Oh. Take us to infinity and beyond. Cool. Almost there. Oh, what the heck? I don't even know what hit me there. I got hit by some random... That's weird. I got hit by something random. Wasn't paying attention. What was that? Wow. Got a nice little quarterstaff. Whooshu. Yeah, it's gonna be dope to see you guys in the season to come. Nice. Let's get out of here. But I think that does it for me tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming through and watching the live stream, man. For everyone that dropped the like on the live stream, thank you guys so much again. I just want to say a big thank you to Dave. Thank you for coming through and talking with your boy. And Crimson, thank you so much for coming through and chat with me, man. Yeah, really looking forward to season 10, man. Glad you guys came through to watch. I think we got 3 or 4 builds out there for season 10. I'll keep working on them, but I was glad you guys came through and you guys got to see what making these builds is like, kind of behind the scenes of Mobalytics, and maybe get you familiar with Mobalytics too, if you guys ever want to go check out builds. And if you guys are currently playing right now, I got builds over at Mobalytics if you guys want to go check that out. That could definitely help you out. I think I've got a build for almost every class, but I'm focusing on Spiritborn going forward, especially into season 10. Yeah, had a blast playing tonight, man. It was a lot of fun. Can't wait for Tuesday. I'm gonna keep working behind the scenes over the weekend. Maybe I'll be able to get a video out or something like that on the builds that are upcoming, and or maybe another live stream, whatever you guys want to see. And again, a great idea came up with Dave tonight. If you guys like D3 content, let me know in the chat, or let me know in the comment. Leave a comment on this live stream after it goes live, or on a community post or whatever you guys want to do. Just let me know if you guys are interested in like D3 content. I'd be more than happy to go back and play that too, seeing as it's still, you know, being played, which is hilarious. But yeah, guys, just want to say a big thank you, man. Thank you guys for coming through and supporting your boy. Anyways, I'm out, guys. I'm your boy Jadiro. Sign out for now. Peace.